See if we have video.
There you are.
Yeah, we've got video.
All right, let's see if we can get rid of this other one. Can you log out of the other one?
Yeah, I can.
Wrong one. There we go.
We got it.
We did it. We did it. Good job, dude. Did you have bins today or no?
What's that?
Did you have bins today?
Yeah, we had 26 today,
Nice.
which is they were all rescheduled from throughout the month. So it was a little hectic.
Well, I bet it was, dude.
Tomorrow and the rest of the week are pretty slow. You know, it's that odd week where it's the end of the month.
Yep. I know. I love having it off, but the trucks worked out to where I had to. Now it's the busiest one, but last week was my off week. But that's the only time you can kind of plan anything away or get out of there. Try and do something on that fifth week. It's fun when it works out, though. So tell me about yourself, man. How why did you get started? And how did you hear about Brandon's business for sale like the second time?
So 2 years ago, I was doing a lot of crawfish boils, and crawfish boils in South Texas are kind of a popular thing. But unfortunately, with crawfish boils comes some stinky trash cans.
Oh my gosh!
So I got tired of cleaning it out myself, and started looking around for a service. And there was one here in San Antonio. Dustin Mueller was running it, called Albright, which was the original trash can cleaners. And it's just kind of hard to get a hold of them. And I figured, there's 2.5 million people in San Antonio, so obviously there's a huge market here for that kind of service.
Heck yeah!
And I can't be the only person that doesn't like to sneak your phone. So I reached out to Brandon, and we got the ball rolling. Went over there, looked at the equipment, and I was super impressed, and it was all downhill from there.
And then he bought the business back, and then you were able to get those clients right off the bat.
Yeah, so Dustin had purchased the original set, the original truck with the original clientele, and after I think he ran it for about a year, and decided it wasn't for him.
Gotcha.
But by the time I found out about that, I had already had my truck in purchase, so I didn't need to purchase his truck. I just wanted the.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so that's how he had the truck for sale. All right, that makes way more sense.
Yeah. So I started with a brand new truck, and took about a month. Started about a month, 2 months running it by myself, and then after that, I was a little impatient, so I approached Dustin, and we worked out a deal so I could purchase the clients.
Cool. So how many did you start with?
Started out with within the first 2 months, I got up to 60 recurring customers.
Cool.
And then I took over from Dustin. He had about 430 active customers, and during the transition, we lost about 150, 200 of those.
Oh, okay.
So going to a completely different billing model and different company, I wasn't really attracted to some of these customers. And then also going through multiple name changes. So they went from the trash can cleaners to Albright to Triton within a year and a half. So
that would that wouldn't help the confidence at all. I'm sure I don't blame someone for leaving. I probably would do the same thing. So I get it. So I'm sure that was probably factored in when you guys were talking about price. But that's crazy that it had that big of effect. So when did that happen? How long has it been?
It's been I purchased Albright in May. When we started providing service to those customers.
Just this past May?
May of 2020.
Okay.
Yep, May of 2020.
Cool. So what did you do before bin cleaning?
I worked in the oil field. I've been in the oil field since 2010. And before that, I was in the Army Reserves.
Oh, wow.
So did that and transitioned straight from active duty to the reserve to the oil field. And then I've no family enough, and start something else. So Now I clean trash can.
What was it like out there in the oil field? How long were those days?
12-hour days for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 90 days straight.
Straight.
I'll come home and go right back out.
So no break. You would work that whole time. Oh, signal's bad.
I won't on our days for sure.
Gee whiz, man. So on your site, you've got a lot of other different exterior cleaning services you do. Do you focus much time building those other sides, or do you just focus on building the bins?
Yeah, so I want to focus on building the bins mostly because that's obviously a recurring, everyday thing. And then I offer those other services. So it works out great. I mean, it gives our company a little something extra to give our customers. And not only that, it's a complete other service. So if I sell just a driveway, I can sign that same customer up for trash can cleaning.
Yeah.
Or if I'm selling trash can cleaning, I just can promote, a 20% discount to that customer, and they sign a big ticket driveway cleaning.
How often do you throw in a free can cleaning when they do a driveway? Is that something you do for every customer?
Every single time. Yep, every single time. So if they get the driveway clean, they get a free trash can cleaning. Or if it's a brand new customer, I clean the trash can for free while we're there doing the driveway.
So what are you doing to get?
Same thing with. Go ahead.
I was just curious what you're doing to get those driveway customers. Is that where you're focusing your marketing then? Is the higher dollar ticket item, and then adding the bin on?
No, all my marketing is going strictly into the bin cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got enough customers. I promote to enough customers that they see those other services on the website and they just reach out to me for those.
Gotcha. Okay. No, that's great. Do you think you get more calls for pressure washing or more calls for bins?
Oh, definitely for bins. I don't know what happened. I guess today must have been extra hot or something. But I got 6 signups today before noon, so it was pretty crazy. I don't
That's great.
And I'm in one of those little marketing periods, so I don't have any Facebook ads going.
6 people just signed up. That's great.
Within the next yeah.
That's awesome.
One of those days.
What so you said you had 30 stops or 30 cans today or 30 stops or 26?
26 stops today.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And how big is your area top to bottom? I was looking at the map, but how big is that?
Oh man, so from one corner of San Antonio to the other is about 50 miles, which is a pretty big area.
Yeah, it's a big area.
And that's one thing I wish I would have done different from the very beginning, is try to focus on one small area and try to grow out from there instead of casting a wide net and having to bebop all around San Antonio all the time.
I did it too, man.
As we've grown, I mean, I'm able to focus that area and change it so I'm in a different area each week. But
yeah.
I mean, sometimes with rescheduling, I mean, you may have 20 stops in this area, and then you've got 2 reschedules all the way down here.
I hate when that happens. I was like, I do everything I can to just, hey, I'm going to push you to the next month because I hate nothing more than having to leave this area and go up here for one person. It drives me crazy.
Yeah. Well, now you got 2 trucks now, right?
No, we still have the one. We're sending this one to Michigan, the old one, based on the Ford. So there's a new company in just south of Lansing that's starting with that one, and my truck showed up last night. So we'll just have the one until I get to 1,500 to 2,000 customers. That's my goal before I get a second one. But it may happen a lot sooner because my area is so big. It would make sense to have 2 trucks, and then it's a smaller area for each.
Tell me kind of your mindset on how you're trying to fit 1,500 on one truck. I mean, obviously you're doing day after, so to kind of elaborate on that a little bit.
I'm honestly just set it in my mind. That's where I'm at because from talking with other more experienced bin cleaners, that's where the customer base they had I've talked to a couple of them that held off as long as they could, and they maxed it out and then got the second one so they could. I mean, it's just maximizing that dollar. I'd rather get as many as I can on one truck. But it's just going to depend on the area and the fuel costs. And if I need to split it up and get 2 trucks, then we will. So I can have 2 tight areas. So I'm going off of other guys that may have more saturated areas than I do. So that may be too many for my distance, because it takes a long time driving in between some of the stops, and it drives me crazy. But I don't want to cancel somebody, but some areas I'm looking at how I'm going to adjust them. Yeah. Do you will you go to top and bottom on the same day if you had to do a reschedule?
If I have to, yeah, and that's one of the driving factors that's pushing me towards. So I can have one time / reschedule, if you will.
Yeah.
And then so I'll have like the shorty that'll just be cleaning trash cans nonstop. Then that second truck will be doing the pressure washing, the one time that are kind of out of the route, and then the reschedules that are kind of out of the way.
Oh, what other truck do you have?
My mind.
What other truck do you have? I see you have one of Brandon's trucks. You said you have 2 trucks?
I just got the one of Brandon's right now. No, just one right now. I'm this close to getting that second one.
Oh, okay. So that's what you're going to do with the second one. I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really like the thought of having just a pressure washing pickup. To not.
Yeah.
Because I want to use that bin truck just for bins. I don't want that engine running for extended periods of time. I want it just doing bins, and I'd rather have an F-150 with a medium-sized tank and a nice pressure washer, and then just hook up to water everywhere you work. But then just send that out to do the jobs, and that seems like a super cost-effective way to build that side. Are you going to want to use 2 bin trucks and then have one more for doing everything? I get it. That would be nice to have.
I'm still on the fence. I might just do them both at the same time. I might just get the shorty and then just get an F-150 also just for the pressure washing. That side of things is picked up pretty substantial. I'm booked out about 4 weeks right now for the pressure washing job, so it's
cool, dude.
It's definitely busy. But unfortunately, I'm trying to do that with one truck. Start these guys at 6:30 in the morning, and they may knock out 2 driveways along the route, and then maybe a house wash at the end of the day or a window cleaning job as well.
Oh, that's great. I was wondering.
Kind of stuff again.
Yeah, so they do it on the route. They'll stop and just do it.
Yeah.
I always kind of planned it on Saturdays or weekends, just so it didn't interrupt those bins. But you could easily clean bins in the morning and pressure wash in the afternoon. There's plenty of time for that.
Yep. That's what we're doing.
So, are you on the truck with the guys, or they're doing it?
Sometimes, they're doing mostly everything. Sometimes I may go out. After I work them for a couple weeks straight, I may give them a couple days off and go out and run the truck. But for the most part, they're doing everything. Because I still have my full-time sales job as well for an oil field company. So.
Oh, you're still working for them. Gotcha.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What?
I'm not in the field anymore, so I'm not gone. Just doing sales, mostly phone calls and a little bit of traveling here and there. It's not too bad.
So you just run both businesses there at your house. You do your job and do the biz.
Mm-hmm.
That works out pretty good.
Yep.
Dang, I was going to ask you something about the... you have the cameras in your truck, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting those too. I'm waiting. Michael's supposed to send me the invoice and I lost it, so he sent it again. But what do you think? How does it work with the phone and stuff?
Yeah, dude, it's everything. Live view on everything. Are you getting them all the way around or just forward and back?
Yeah.
All the way around?
I got driver, forward, and a back one and a side one, I think.
Perfect. Yeah, they're so awesome. It's so good. So we do the stickers on the cans, and then we sometimes I'll still have customers that say it didn't get done, or maybe you clean my neighbor's can, blah blah. So having the video backup, I can just email a 2-minute clip of having us pull up, grab the can, clean it, and walk it right back up, and I tell them, it definitely got done. So
why would they call and say it didn't get done?
I don't know.
Isn't that weird?
Everyone's trying to save $1, right?
Oh, they're trying to get a refund or something. Or just trying to get a credit. I see. I don't have any of those happen. I clean a lot of neighbors' cans, though, but that's my fault. Dude.
Yeah.
Because they'll be like this street with all the split levels look exactly the same. And I was training a guy, and we're just talking. We pull up, clean, and it took forever. I'm like, why are these bins so dirty? I know I'm at the right house. And then I leave, and 20 minutes later, a woman calls me, and she's like, you just cleaned my bins. Can I pay you for it? I was like, I was so confused. I was like, I know it's at the right house. She's like, nope, it's identical 2 doors down. So I clean a lot of neighbors' bins. And my guy does too. I got to do better at getting him to just stare at the house numbers, and me too. But if I get talking on the phone or something, man, I'll pull the wrong house every time. So I got to get better at that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
you do any kind of stickers on the cans?
Yeah, I started doing. It's a big blue one. It's got this bin is sanitized and deodorized at 200 degrees by bin blasters. So I slap it right on the front, just so when they pull their cans out to the street, that's what's facing the road. So people are seeing all these blue stickers on these brown cans and gray cans. What do yours look like?
Yeah, they're about the same. They're like 4x4. It's just the same thing. This can is kept clean by Triton Cleaning, and then it's got a little months. So I've got January, February, March, April, and then a little line. So my technicians initially.
Oh, I should have done that. I'll do that on my next one. That's a good idea. That it marks off when they came. Damn it! Why didn't I think of that? How did I miss that? That's an easy one. At least they're cheap. I'll get some more made. They stick good though. I can slap them on wet, and those things stick.
Yeah, I got the same ones, the vinyl ones. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of sticky stuff they've got on there. Yeah, but they're soaking wet. I can slap that thing on there.
It's incredible. I just peel it and just like smack it on there. I love that it's super bright. I haven't got any calls yet, but I know, as it gets hotter, it's like cooled down again. It almost snowed the other day. So it's to be 80 this weekend. So it hasn't really hit that hot yet. So the bins aren't smelling too bad. But we're getting sign-ups.
So speaking of that, do you do any kind of like hangers on the cans that work pretty well, or any kind of door knockers or direct mail marketing?
I've got a big. So I do the sticker like this. Okay. I slap those on the cans, and I'll just peel off a little bit of the backing, and so it just sits on the can and like that. So then it's not the whole thing stuck on the garbage can, and they're mad. So I put those on the handles. We'll just drive around sometimes and just smack a ton of them, or on the route we'll just run and just hit a bunch of them while we're running or something. And I'll do those, but I don't do any hangers or anything on the cans other than stickers. I do the stickers because they'll stay on whenever the cans get lifted upside down. Those hangers, they may fall off. And walking up to doors just takes so much time. So stickers on the bins is the fastest thing I've found. I would go on a scooter all summer, and we would, like every day I'd go out, and I would have a little basket in between my legs, and I would just have stickers, and I would just go down the line and just peel it, slap it on my scooter. It was great. You get about 400 done in an hour. It was speedy. But so
what kind of response did you get from those stickers?
I would get it was about 1 to 2 to 3%. I would go out and do 400 stickers and get 1 or 2 signups, but it happened every time.
Nice.
But it took a couple hours to do that. And so I was like, man, I'd have to spend time doing something else. Then I'd bump up my Facebook ads. And so I was always kind of switching back and forth to different marketing stuff, kind of marketing ADHD in it, because I don't know. I'm going to start some billboards now and trying to stick to Facebook ads and the digital billboards. That's my next.
Yeah. That's something I've been looking at. Those digital billboards. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, so you can change it out as much as you want. You can pick the billboards you want. There's a company here. It's just a protein bar company, but they advertise nonstop on those things, and all you see are them. And so it's just that's a huge part of the strategy, and they went for it. And I look at them all the time. So I'm going to get some turned on.
Do you buy the product?
No, I don't buy the product, but I constantly see it. But if it was something that interested me, I would remember it. If I needed new protein bars, that's what I'd buy. Yeah. And since it's just a new thing here, I just want people to know that it's out there. So they'll see the truck. They'll see the truck in all my ads, and all the postcards and everything will have this new truck on it, and then they'll see the truck driving around. So, man,
that's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I was curious about your area because a lot of new guys talk about competition, and pretty much everyone, the first thing they say when they call me is, I've looked and there's no one else in my area doing it. And so we kind of talk about why it's just going to mean it's going to cost you a lot more money. So what are your thoughts on competition? Do you have any? Are there people coming? Like, what's it like there?
Yeah, so we've got, there's 4 of us here in San Antonio. The Can Man, Karen.
Oh, yeah.
There's Clean My Bins, which is Alan Williams. He's moving into the area. He's gonna be more downtown. And then there's Priority. They're on the far west side. And then there's us, obviously, Triton. And then I think there's one other one. They have a trailer that I don't see them very often. But the thing about the competition here in San Antonio is it's such a huge area, and there's 2.5 million people. So even if we were to capture 1% of that population, if 1% got their cans cleaned, that's 25,000.
You'd all be slammed.
Cleaned. So there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way that the four of us can do all of that.
Isn't that incredible?
It's crazy, man. There's so many cans to clean. There's no way that having a new company come in is going to be an issue. The only thing is having someone come in and getting them to understand that and understand that they don't need to come in at such a low price. They don't need to come in and cut everyone's prices to get business.
Yep.
Focus on a single area, focus on quality, giving your customers something special. A catchy name, getting your company out there, and you'll get the customers. That's the easy part.
It's so true.
So and Karen's the same way. None of us have come in and undercut prices. That's
great.
Nothing that we do. So we're all at the same price. Nobody's changed. Nobody's done anything different. So it's worked out great.
Isn't that a crazy number that I haven't even broken it down like that in my area, but dang, to 1%. You four companies couldn't even handle the 1%.
No, there's no way.
You'd have to have 3 or 4 trucks each to even get 25,000 customers serviced in that city. Jeez. Yep. And
you're in a similar. Where are you operating at?
So I'm south of Salt Lake. So I'm in like the Provo, So I'm in. It's called Utah County, and there's me and one other guy. I think there's a couple that have just popped up. And Brandon just sold a truck to a guy about 5 miles from me. And, I may see him sometime, I may not. He's getting his truck middle of the summer. But it's such a huge area. I need another person advertising. I need people to know that I can't be the only one spending these advertising dollars. So I wish he could get his truck faster so we could both be out there. So, it's such a big area. It's not as big as yours, but it's plenty of people.
What's the population over there?
I think we're 500,000 to 1 million in my area, so it's still huge, and it's growing like crazy. So, my goal is to have a centralized truck in each area because it's so possible. I want to be that brand where my trucks are everywhere. So that's my goal, and I think we can all get there. And I think we're all fearful in some way of adding debt and adding this and that, but. Whenever we sell trucks to companies and they come in and buy 2 trucks at the very beginning, that's exciting because they're just hitting it hard. They're going for it. And, the marketing dollars they're going to spend to keep those 2 trucks busy, it's awesome. That happened in Omaha. The company came in and bought 2 trucks, branded them all pink. They're beautiful, and I'm excited for them. It's cool. They're just going to own that market. So I just want to explode. Like, what are your goals this summer? What are you going to try and get to?
Yeah, I want to get to, at the end of this year, I want to be up to 2,000 customers. So this summer, I'm going to hit it hard with a lot of Facebook ads.
Nice.
I'm going to hit it hard with a lot of customer referral programs. I'm going to hit it hard with a lot of Facebook giveaways. I'm going to hit it pretty hard this summer. A lot of marketing. So
that's great.
I want to have, by the end of this year, I want to have the 2 trash can cleaning trucks and a pressure washing truck, whether it be a modified bin cleaning truck or like an F-150 like you were talking about.
There are some really cool skids for the pressure washing trucks. You can have everything mounted on a skid. It's landed in, and hose reels on each side. You really don't even need a tank. If you can hook up, if you just get jobs where you can hook up to water, I imagine there's obviously some jobs that, man, if you didn't have to have the big tank in the back of the truck and could have the hose reels and have your surface cleaners and everything you need in the bed, it'd be a sick rig. Having to wind up a hose on the base of a truck to be on your knees, rolling up a hose reel, with a lower hose. Dude, that's the worst. So I'd love to be able to have some shoulder height hose reels just pulling off the side of a truck. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. I appreciate you doing this with me, man. I'm going to start making these, and we're going to post them for guys that are looking into the business, and you're probably going to get people reaching out to you with questions, and if you're okay with that, obviously people respect Jordan's time and text him first. And if Jordan's available, maybe he'll call you. But you see the name of his company. It's Triton Cleaning Services. And he's a super helpful guy. So I'm going to, we'll probably talk again soon, Jordan. I appreciate you doing this first one with us.
Yeah, awesome, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to hearing from everyone else and what everyone else is doing in their area and their perspectives on everything. I think the more we can share with each other, the better we'll all be, right?
100%.
We can all learn something from each other. Then, yep, this will be a great industry.
My goal is just to keep quality guys getting into this industry. And it's not a side hustle. Yeah. It's not a get rich quick. I don't want that customer. I don't want those guys in here. I want guys that understand this is a long-term play and they're building something and they're not coming in and buying some rinky-dink crappy equipment to make a quick buck and then bail. So I think if we can offer this kind of information to really educate guys and not give them smoke and mirrors from a truck salesman, like this is real info, you know, talking to real guys. So it's going to help guys make decisions a lot faster. That's the goal.
That's one thing. That's one of my biggest pet peeves too. Is everyone people think they can come in with a homemade rig and just kind of slap in the face everyone else who wants this to be a real thing, a real industry. Quality equipment, have a real manufactured truck, a real business. Brand everything correctly. We're all professionals here. We're all business owners here, and we need to act that way. You can't have Bucket Bob out here trying to clean cans out of the garbage truck. That stuff that's crazy.
I agree. I can appreciate the hustle, but in some parts, like, hey, this is a serious industry. You don't see shitty carpet cleaning vans rolling around. They look nice. They have the equipment built in that they need. They're professional. Why is this any different? You don't see some guy making a homemade. He's not pulling up in a Ford Ranger with a vacuum in his truck and a long hose. He's got a van that's built to clean carpets. So when we do these, when the equipment looks bad, it makes the industry look bad. And I get it. People want to save money, but there's some stuff. Just make your company look good. You're going to get more customers. You're not going to get picked over the guy with a beautiful truck if you've got a rinky-dink thing you just rigged together. It's tough, man. I just wish guys would just come in and say, you know what? If I can't afford it, I just can't afford it. Maybe I'll pressure wash. You can make a lot of money pressure washing.
Right.
You don't have to clean bins. It takes equipment.
There's so many financing options out here with the track gangs. You can make your money on it. You can finance that truck. You can clean a certain amount of cans. You can push the pressure washes. You can pay for it within the first month.
Absolutely.
That's what I did when I first started out. I was like, hey, I need to make this amount of money to cover my truck lease. I'm going to go sell 10 driveways a month. Clean 10 driveways, that'll pay for the truck. And then everything from there, everything just grows by itself. You get enough customers, you can pay for it. You just have to do it. You have to be out there, you have to hustle, and you have to want to do it.
So you said, all right, I need X amount. And that was 10 driveways for you. And once you had your truck payment covered, you're like, all right, I'm good. So you did that your first month.
Yep. So my first month.
It's out there. It's a truck designed to make money. That's all it is. If it's not making you money, that's your fault. It really is your fault if it's not making you money. You could go down the street and knock on every door on a Saturday and say, hey, we're cleaning driveways for $100 today. We'll do it right now. You would have 1 out of 10 people say do it.
Yep.
And you could spend a whole Saturday doing that. Make $500 on a Saturday.
Yep. Oh, I did it multiple times. I'd be out there cleaning, and I'd have all the neighbors walk up to me. Hey, can you come do mine? Can you come do mine?
Nice.
Just started going up on my price from there. Start out, do one for $100. The neighbor comes up and says, hey, can you do mine? Yeah, I'll do it for $150. The same side of driveway.
Nice.
Next neighbor comes, yeah, I'll do it for $200. I mean, it's there. If they're gonna spend the time to come ask you to do it, and you're right there. It's a convenience. And, they're gonna pay for it. And
they'll pay it.
Don't undercut yourself. Don't undercut the business. Just don't go out there and do it for free and work twice as hard for half the money. Go out there and do it and hustle. And if it's not the right customer for you, if they want to lowball you, move on to the next one.
Yeah.
Everyone, you're selling a value, right? You're selling an efficient service, a value, and a convenient service. So you don't want the cheap customers anyways.
It's crazy how much dirtier and the growth that gets on the concrete where you're at. And so these such drastic reveals of like black concrete to white concrete, from all the moss and the growth. without the humidity here, we don't get any growth on the concrete, so it's just dirt and just tire marks. They still get dirty, but man, I wish I could do those drastic reveals, you know, the green sidewalks. I'm jealous of the before and afters you guys could do there. Like, it's totally different.
Come on down and take some footage down here, man.
Yeah, no kidding, just to get some real footage. Like, where was that driveway? That's not in Utah. I mean, there's no growth here. It's so dry and just dead. You know, that's interesting, man. It was really good talking to you, Jordan.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate it, man.
I figured so we were going to do this a few nights ago, guys, and it was like 8 p.m. his time, and I sent him the link, and nothing. He was gone. And then I texted him, nothing. He had fallen asleep on the couch like 8 o'clock. He's tired. He works hard. So we made it happen tonight. Okay, man. Thanks, Jordan.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon, man.
You too, buddy. See you later.
Bye.